GPT-3, they had two kind of adjacent papers. One was called Codex, one was called Instruct GPT. Codex was basically taking GPT-3 and then fine-tuning it on coding specific data and seeing if it did well at coding tasks. Spoiler alert, it did. Instruct GPT was fine-tuning it into like a chat aligned version of it, which is kind of like how we get ChatGPT as well, where basically like instead of it just like predicting the next token, they had to learn, oh, how do we actually predict it to like respond in a way that is like a helpful assistant? And here we also start to touch on alignment, which is a whole separate kind of subfield of large language models that comes up in some other later papers. Speed run now, we had GPT-4, which was the first one that people kind of were like, whoa, this is kind of scary and can perform really well. Here they started introducing reinforcement learning with human feedback. A big piece of this was with ChatGPT. They had a very easy way for customers to be like upvote or downvote on responses. If you feed that back into the model, that is reinforcing it to do more of the positive ones and less of the negative ones. And then they had GPT-4o, which was this, but they added audio, video inputs and image outputs. And then O1, they introduced what's called chain of thought, which is basically telling the model to think and like output some like thinking process before you give an actual answer. Turns out that makes it perform a lot better. And then O3, a lot of the same. The big difference is you start talking about deliberative alignment and a way of like giving it like a code of ethics and having it think about how to apply that code of ethics on your answer to make sure that it does what you want it to do. That is a lot and not a short TikTok, but if you enjoyed it, I'm gonna be doing more of these every week. Next week, I'm reading Google's Gemini papers and Anthropic's Claude papers, as well as I think Facebook's, basically all the other big players in the LLM space.